Hello, everyone, and welcome back to episode 3 of Rings of Power. I am the phenomenal Sir, and I am going to be taking you on this crazy adventure from 30 years ago as we continue our quest to find the 11 Rings of Power. But first, we're going to need to make some more friends. So, without further ado, let's get right into it. And you see, I delivered on my promise from last night. I was ready at the title screen, so you don't have to listen to all that crazy intro music. So see, I'm paying attention. I'm playing. I'm doing what I'm supposed to do. Just instantly. I'm still super excited to be able to play this game right now. Like, you have no idea. I freaking love this game. This is like easily in my top 10 favorite games of all time. So last time we had just finished getting Slash in our party, and we were told by his master Hack that we needed more allies before we set off on our quest. And he recommended that we go to the city of Speed, where the archers are from, which is, in his words, many swords to the west. And by many swords to the west, what he means is we're here, and we gotta go here, which doesn't seem so bad, but this is the path that we're gonna have to take to get there. Yeah. So, and then here's where we are. So this may end up being a two-part quest, or a two-part bit to get the archer, because sneeze. Fight it down. Okay. As I was saying last time, I tend to prioritize the necromancer over the other party members. So what I'm going to end up doing is I'm going to stop in most of the towns we pass through along the way to Speed, grabbing items. Some of them won't seem important now, some of them will. And I'm actually going to start working on unlocking all the party members at once. I'm going to go all the way to Speed, and then I'm going to turn around and come all the way back to Blood, which is this town just to the south of here. And I'm going to try to get the enchanter, or the necromancer, in one quick go. The archer is probably going to be either the fourth or the last character we get, depending on my mood. And you'll see why when we go there. It's just, they put you in some fights that it's kind of like those early fights with the sorcerer town, where it's more luck than anything if you survive. They pitch you up against like 4 or 5 enemies at one time, and there's multiple fights one after the other. And this is before you would be able to even like buy health or mana items. So we've found some, but the average player wouldn't have access to that. It's kind of like you got to clear the whole dungeon in one go, because if you leave, all the enemies respawn. So anyway, here we go. It's 3 p.m., so hopefully we can get to Blood before it gets dark, and then we'll just rest at the inn or something. But, and we are set on food and water for at least an hour, right? You're also going to see a couple of points where I just jump across. There's sometimes the road takes you in kind of a weird curving path that I don't know if it actually saves resources to skip it or not, but just it saves my time, which is the more important thing. Oh look, bears. And they're going for Slash. Run! Pretty soon, I'm going to be at the point where I'm going to actually throw down with these guys. I'm going to punish them for attacking me so many times. Oh, well, guess I'll... I don't think it's worth it, honestly. I thought I lost more health than that. Alright, so first up, this is the Necromantic Academy. A chill creeps up your spine. This is another rough one, so just prepare your ears, turn down your volume if you need to. It's not as bad as the Sorcerers, but it's supposed to sound like a funeral home, I think. Hey, buddy. Headquarters for embalming corpses. Remember, death is not the end of life. Life is the beginning of death. That shit worked its way into my brain as a child, and it has given me lifelong anxiety about the concept of death, because it's just like every day I wake up I'm dying. And I fully blame this game for that. That's all he had to tell me. He just wanted me to be depressed. They worship the soul that carries us from this world to the next. The principal product of our city is the fine wooden caskets we make. We also pay good money for corpses here. Yeah, they do. Okay, I thought he was gonna like give me some information or whatever. Herbert. Having a funeral underground, I guess. I can't let you in there. Flem is conducting a very important private burial. Right on, brother. Do whatever needs to be done. I'm trying to find some information about my quest. He has no information about my quest, but if I fill in for him tonight on courier duty, he will let me in to talk to Flem. He might be able to help me. He has a hot date for tonight's seance. I should be doing the voice. I have a hot date for tonight's seance, so if you could get the corpse out of the lab upstairs and bring it to old Salami's grave, I'd really appreciate it. If the lab door is locked, ask around upstairs for the key. If you need directions to the grave, ask around town about the city. Remember, you have to take the body to the grave at night. Alright, brother. So, you don't even really ever have to talk to that guy if you just do this. So, I'm gonna go along. Oh, it's locked. I last saw the key to the lab while searching for my copy of The Fine Art of Mummification in the bookshelves. Noise. Hey, buddy? I know nothing that can help you. There's no government here. This is literally the least helpful person. I'm pretty sure they just gave him random text because he's just like, oh, here we go. I'm the custodian around here, and let me tell you something, bub. These necromancers say they ain't evil, but for my money, they sure ain't good. I am but an insignificant nothing. My work is very interesting to me. This guy has some shit he needs to work out. So this is the body. I'm taking the body. Oh, I love the picture. Corpse taken. Goods. And it is actually possible to just sell that corpse for money and then just come back and finish the quest when you've got another corpse in your inventory, but we're not gonna be those people. They want you to ask the townsfolk about the city to be able to find the grave. I honestly don't remember who it is that you have to talk to, so I'll tell you, it's just this grave that's up at the top of this huge hill, way far away from everything else. And we're gonna talk to this guy. You really shouldn't be here, but I see that our mutual friend at Heck has convinced you to take his courier duty. That's fine by me, but just don't go poking your nose into necromancer business. Corpse lost. Remember, a body is just a shell for the soul. Remember, death is not a shell. I don't want to hear that. Okay, so we got that done. That was pretty easy, right? Now we're going to go back, and Dude Man's going to be gone so we can get into the private burial or seance or whatever they're doing and talk to Flem, who's the leader of the necromancers. And he's a solid dude. We like Flem. How did you get in here? This is a closed service. Although I am pleased that Thalmus has gone on to greener pastures, his work must go on. I will allow a young necromancer to join you if I can be certain that the enchanters are with us. See, this is what I was talking about before, where like, I'll help you, but only if the other guy helps you too, so you gotta do some maneuvering. Necromancer symbol taken. If Enchanter Master Xylotl is party to our plans, he will give you his symbol as proof. Likewise, the conjurers might suspect us necromancers of some nasty undertaking. Undertaking? Take my... I thought it was funny. Take my symbol to Mistress Hayes in perfection to show my dedication. If Enchanter Master Xylotl is party to our plans, he will give you his symbol as proof. Alright, he's just going to repeat himself. Alright, so we got the Necromancer symbol. And now we need to show that to the leader of the Conjurers so that we can be friends with them. But to get the Necromancer in our party, we need to get the Enchanter symbol from the leader of the Enchanters. So, everybody keeping up with that? Oh, went a little too far. So this is where the fun question mark starts. So we're going to start walking. This is the first of many secret Sir shortcuts. Just go ahead and dodge all that. Ah! You know what? No. Today is the day I fight back. Oh, no, I'm good. I'm good. Alright, still good. Get him, Slash! Yeah, I'm gonna try knives real quick. Oh, I can't use knives because he's still level 1. Ah, okay. Yeah, you're dead. Yeah, that's 5 damage, so it does more damage with 2 hits than it does with the, knife spell, so... Yeah! Woo! 3 XP! I'm only gonna do that another 100 times and I'll level up, right? Yeah, just like with treasure chests, the maximum gold you get is like 20, 17, something like that. So that was a fight. We won it. First victory, baby! Only lost half my health on my main character. What was I talking about? Oh, we're going this way. I'm gonna take another little shortcut here. Yeah, we just cut a whole. We literally missed nothing. Like this road was just created to be obnoxious. It literally just like they're just screwing with you at your expense. And then we got another horrible road coming up, if I'm not mistaken. But there's nothing we can do about that one. Alright, so we're going through the swamps now. So swamps are a little tricky because you can step off of the bridges and things into the swamps, but you can't step off of the swamps onto bridges. So you can actually get stuck if you're not careful in some spots. What is this? You stand amazed in front of this monstrous edifice. We don't need to be here yet. It's just honestly like a giant commune for gremlins, I think. And that figures into one of our quests for the rings, but it's not important right now. We're going to take a little left here. The sign says Shady Rest Funeral Home. I'll check and see what he sells here. He sells Casket and Corpse. So Corpse is a very high level spell. Oh no, these aren't spells. These are items, because I'm stupid. He sells caskets and bodies, which is a little upsetting considering it's a funeral home that one of the things they sell is corpses, but yeah, whatever. This is what we came here for. This little item bag. So we got a skull. Nice. That's going to figure into a quest for the first ring we go after later. That's another one of those things that it's just been so long since I actually played this legit. You know, I told myself I was going to kill these guys the next time they showed up, but now that I've got the money, I kind of feel like a dick to tell them no. So, it's just one of those things, right? Like, you have to tell them yes at the beginning because they'll kill you. And then when you're strong enough to kill them, you've got enough money that you don't really care anymore. Or not money, but resources. So... What's this? The local temple of Nexus. It's a little large. I totally forgot what I was talking about again. Oh, the skull. I don't even know where you have to go to get the clue that leads you to the skull. I just know that you need it for something later. Akglah. We're doing big brain mode right now, so... Like I'm willing to play along for some of the quests, but I am going to go through and just grab all the items because I really don't know when they tell you to do which things. Papers. Year 111. Magic Mirror was moved to the Speed Crypt. Better climate. So this isn't actually important. I just wanted to grab it for completionist's sake. And I'll explain to you why that's kind of a shitty thing that they do when we get to that point in the game. You'll remember this stuff. So this is the City of Perfection, which is where the conjurers live. All their buildings kind of just look the same. Yeah, they're all just houses and things. I think what they sell here is flowers, which we're gonna need, but I've already got some from a treasure chest, and I think they pay you extra for crystals here, but I'm not too worried about money right now. Hey, you look unique. Hello there, sorcerer. My name is Alexi. I'm an initiate here at the guild. A vision has shown me that you are on an important quest. Mission, whatever. Perfection is eternal, and we are its instruments in this life. Stay away from Void, for he represents disorder and imperfection. The rings of evocation and perfection are the essence of... So basically, the conjurers, that's like their jam is just like everything being perfectly orderly all the time. Which I'm wondering how she's able to coexist with the rest of us, but... Hello, I see that you are from the Academy and that your quest has led you to Hayes. She is upstairs, but she doesn't want to be disturbed. I'm going upstairs anyway. Welcome to the perfect library. Please don't rumple the books. This is a trick question, because if you say yes, I don't believe you. Perfect people don't lie. Oh, well. Okay. So this door over here is locked, but we're here to check the bookshelves. Scrap. Note. I think there's one more hidden somewhere in here. Note. We're just basically gathering papers. This is something that, as you're playing the normal game, when you start working on quests, they'll say, oh, well, I remember what, somebody will tell you, I remember visiting the library in Perfection and I saw a note about such and such item or where such and such thing could be found. And you would just basically go and search. And then while you're searching this, you might find other stuff as well. But I'm just kind of cutting out the middleman by just grabbing all that crap now. You can't budge that without a key. Hayes has told me that Thalmus of the Academy, may his soul rest in peace, was working with her. She would probably like to see you, but not right now. The door over there is an ideal door. It is soundproofed and cannot be opened without the key. Well, where's the key? In the City of Perfection, we devote our lives to the ideals of perfection. We study in the library and pick flowers. So yeah, they're going to just talk about how perfect they are. I'm doing a time check. Good morning, Divide by Zero. I'm glad that I checked my chat when I did. How are you? We are about 10 minutes in. I don't know if you were here last time, but we've got the knight in our party now, and we're in the process of... The game wants us to go get the archer, but we're going to do things out of order a little bit. We're going to get the necromancer first, just so we can get those sweet, sweet heals. And we're just grabbing other items and things along the way. So. Whee! It's a shame that they're all such uptight people. They could probably sled down that hill and have a lot of fun. Oh, it paused for a second. I was like, oh god, I'm getting attacked. I haven't saved in 10 minutes. Okay. Little house over there. That's a dragon. That's like the end game mount. You actually, there's a couple of spots you have to have dragons to get to. Dragons use 40 food and 40 water for every square of travel. And you either, I think the only way you can actually summon one is you have to use a dragon stone, which we found, I think, 3 of them. We only found 1. So we gotta hold on to that because you need at least 2 in the game. You need 1 to get to Mesa, which is the town that Rashid told us about last time. And you need 1 to get to the final area in the game because it's an island that's completely like surrounded by mountains all the way around. So the road splits here. It just does a big loop, but we want to go to this town first. Welcome to Chaos, population 50, subject to change without notice. This impressive structure is the Tower of Chaos. There's random ice and shit in the ground. If you are like looking for Master Xylitol, you'll have a hard time finding him without his secretary. Check the cell in the temple. Actually, I want to snag one thing real quick while we're here. Next number, 59. I'm the bingo tier. Do you want a card for 10 gold? Sure. Well, it's on me somewhere. Here you go. 1 bingo card. Bingo taken. And that's not... We're honestly not even skipping very much, as you're going to see here. So, let's see. We're going to go talk to the secretary. They got a dark temple and a light temple in the same town because it's chaos, right? So they worship both deities here. Pain is the true way. Pain, pain. I used to slave for Xylitol, but now I live for Void. The world is a horrible place. Isn't that nice? City. There's not much of a government here. Well, I figure not. You guys are all insane. This area is economically depressed. I love the comments that they made. Quest. Do you have any information that can help me on my quest? Why should I help you? You're the enemy. Get out of here. I don't care what happens to the world as long as we don't have a golden age. I hate to bathe. What do? I torment helpless people and steal candy from babies. The world is full of evil. I might as well help it along. So he's crazy. He's an evil boy right now. So now, if we were to go back and take the other road, it would actually. Are you? I think this is a bad guy. I think that fireball was him trying to get me. Yep. Run away. You know what? I'm gonna try to run. So that was a party of 4 people that were all much higher level than me. That's the reason I'm usually a little cautious with those vehicles. So we're gonna camp real quick so the light comes up and protects us from eval. But anyway, like I was saying, where the road split back there on the other side of Chaos, it just does a big circle and loops back around to this town, so we're not really missing anything here. It's just 2 alternate routes to get there. So this is Cathedral, the great Cathedral of Nexus, built on the spot where Nexus first appeared. We're not going to search this whole thing. Just want to give you guys an idea. So this is the place I was saying when we start doing our rings quests. This will be where we start our quest. I get the hiccups. And all these guys on the 2nd floor are experts in certain rings. They're all like, I guess, theologians or something, whatever you'd call them. I mean, they work for the church, but they're researching the rings. And this is where you would come to resurrect yourself. If Buck gets killed, the party will automatically bring him here, and you'll basically wake up with only 100 gold in your inventory. So, Knights of the Holy Order of Separation. What you got for me? Cut and Rend. Cut, I think, is the normal spell. I'll know when I use it because it has a certain... The max HP droppers that we talked about have a specific sound effect that they do. Buddy? So see, they'll give me 214 gold for gems, which I was paying 65 for them, but that's still only like half of what... And this guy only gives me 169. Huh, I wonder who my friend's going to be. The guys that are traveling merchants give you 395, so it's still significantly more from them. 750 for each corpse. Psh, I'm just gonna... Just a couple. That's probably more than I should have sold him, but that's okay. I just want to grab my spells for the sorcerer while I'm here. It's never going to be pleasant. Confuse. So this is going to be the first spell on the road to world domination for Buck. As you're going to see, he's not a high enough level to use it yet, but if you recall earlier, I was saying that there is... Actually, I'm gonna duck back in the general store while I run my mouth. I was saying that there are like defense increase spells for the sorcerer, but that we weren't going to buy them because that's not the sorcerer's forte. Those confuse spells, that's what the sorcerer is all about. Those spells will actually bind enemies so that they can't do any attacks in combat for like 2 to 4 rounds. The early one only affects one enemy, but the higher level ones actually affect multiple enemies. So generally, battles in the later part of the game essentially boil down to survive until Buck gets to go, and then Buck's gonna slap a paralysis on half the enemy party, and it makes the fights much easier, and it works on everything. There's nothing that's immune to it as far as I know. So yeah, so to the left is the road closed. This is the road to speed, and it's been destroyed. As you can see, it just curves off into the mountains. There's a way to kind of cut through the woods, but we'll play along. We'll go the other way because reasons. So we're going to come over here. Yeah, so we need to head to... Generally, anytime you hear that, it's because off-screen there's an enemy on a mount trying to kill you. I do want to show y'all another quick little secret. Oh, and I forgot about this guy. Actually, I need to talk to this guy. If I talk to him, I mean I need to rob him. He's got an item that we're going to need. The same quest that we needed the skull for, we also need the goblet for. It's like an item finding quest that you have to go all over the world. So these things right here are actually supposed to be like abandoned buildings. And when you go in them, this is how they look. They're all torn up. There's always a treasure chest. Occasionally there'll be one that has a key item that you need. But you can go in, you can loot the chest, and that's it. The thing that's unique about these factories is, I don't know if it's all of them or just this one, but you can actually, before I knew about the treasure rooms, this was what I would do, is you can come in and you can open this chest over and over, close it, and then you hit C to quick exit, and you can just keep doing that pretty much forever, and it'll keep giving you randomized treasure. So I don't know how many hours of my life I spent as a child just doing this because I was a filthy cheater. But now that I know where the treasure rooms are, I don't need that anymore. And, you know, now that I know how trading works, I also realized I don't need that anymore. I don't even really need the treasure rooms anymore. I just wanted to show you guys that ridiculous room full of treasure chests. So yeah, again, that's one of those things I was talking about. Like, the game is accessible to young players, but it's not young player friendly, because for me, I mean, I'm a smart guy, but as a kid, I did not understand that I could... He's a bad boy. I didn't realize I could just make more money by buying and selling stuff going from one town to the other. Like, it was just not a concept in my brain when I was 8 years old. Yeah, if those fireballs hit you, when they shoot those fireballs, the big ships shoot cannons. They have shoot cannonballs. And then the dragons breathe fire as well. Those do a ton of damage to your entire party. So that's them basically trying to kill me without fighting me. Are you a bad boy? I don't think he is. Nah. Merchant. What you got? He's got dragon stones. Okay, so this is what we're going to do. We're going to sell him. He'll give me 1380 for each corpse. $3.95 for each gem. I'm gonna sell him 3 of my gems. I like to have a little walking around money. And I'm gonna buy 2 more dragon stones. So now I have 3, because the other thing is I've never done it, but there are items called flip stones, and actually they overcharge you so much for these, but this is really the only way you can get them. I'm gonna buy a couple bridge stones from him as well, and the way those work is they actually create bridges across water, which does come in handy. I guess I don't want to be a tight ass, because I mean, obviously I can just sell him stuff to get the stuff I need. I feel like they pay you more for corpses, but it seems counterintuitive. It seems like they would. I'll sell him some of my other stuff. Hold on to my gems for now. Jewelry. Maybe $3.15 for a jewelry. Take these blades. We never need blades. Gate stones. So what I was saying is they have flip stones, which will take you to the nearest gate, which they're these circles of Easter Island heads, and each of the Easter Island heads is keyed to another Easter Island head. Like, there's multiples. I think there's 3 or 4 of these rings, and each of those is keyed to a different one in a very complex arrangement. So it's kind of random. I guess the developers probably had a map drawn out that they knew how to get, like, and you could use it to make shortcuts. But if you're ever in serious trouble and you just need to, like, say you're lost in the desert with no food and water, you just use a flip stone and it'll teleport you. But it just teleports you to the nearest gate ring. And one of the gate rings is an island. So you can actually use that flip stone, teleport to this island, and then just basically walk in circles until you die because you starve to death. So you always want a gate stone, you always want a boat stone, and you always want a dragon stone in your inventory, just in case you make a mistake, you do something stupid. You want to have a way to get out. Yeah, the snow is coming down here as well. It's pretty crazy. So we're going to sell him 1 more gem, down to 89. Did I buy any bridge stones? Got my 2 bridge stones. You know what? I like the idea of having 3 of each. And I can always just go buy more. So, flip stones, dragon stone, boat stone. So I'm going to buy 1 more bridge and 1 more boat. And then I'll probably never use them. But I just want to have them. The other thing is, remember I was telling you guys in the last episode that sometimes your vehicles will get stolen or lost, and that would suck so bad if I was like on an island and it just randomly decided now my boat's gonna get stolen. Then I'm basically fucked at that point. If I've saved on the island and then they take away my boat, I'll have to reload, and if it's something that's like keyed into a certain time, then that would be time to start over. So, all right, I'm happy with this. I'm happy with this now. I got my items. I'm gonna save. Speed. You stand in front of the largest and most prestigious, spelling, Archers Guild in the world. It is locked and will not budge. Sorry, I can't let you into the upper chambers. You are a handsome young sorcerer. If you bring me a bouquet of the flowers they sell in the City of Perfection, I might let you in. See, this is one of those things, they add some playtime, because as soon as you get here, she's like, give me some flowers and I'll let you in. And you're going to turn around and go all the way back to Perfection, which was 3 towns ago. That was where we talked to the conjurers a minute ago. I actually have some flowers because I got them out of a treasure chest, and she doesn't care if they're dead, so I'm going to show her these. And the door opens. You're an honorable fellow, so I'll tell you something. There's a sextant, hidden in a cave behind the falls just to the east. Remember in the last chapter, Rashid told us that a pirate hid a magic sextant behind a cave near Cathedral. So now we've, or behind a waterfall near Cathedral. So now we've basically triangulated it. So we know that it's to the west of Cathedral and to the east of Speed. So it's in that little area between those two. Go on in. Guildmistress Arrow is upstairs. I'm gonna talk to her now. Let her send me on my suicide quest. Can you get anything from these bookshelves? I think these are just decorative. They're just decorative bookshelves. They don't actually have any books in them. Greetings, young sorcerer. The passing of your master has touched me deeply. I must find out where the bandits have taken my people. Can you help? Ask around at the guilds. They may have some information for you. If you can bring me a map to the Mines of Misery, you will be rewarded. Talk to Carp, the town gossip. He can usually be found on the docks in front of the cathedral. I have nothing more to say. So, apparently, the archers, several of the archers have been kidnapped, and they've been taken to work in the Mines of Misery. So, said talk to the Archers Guild. Yo, you got quest info. The Ring of Advancing is ours, but it was lost just after the Cataclysm. We only have one ring, but it is very powerful indeed. Archers are, in my opinion, the archers are the worst class in the game. They are useless. One of their biggest things, they have damage spells, because everybody has damage spells, and then their secondary spells basically push the enemy. Because I guess there was supposed to be some kind of mechanic where the enemy, the more time the enemy spends walking towards their foe, or the more time you spend walking towards the enemy, the less time you have to cast spells. But it doesn't seem to work that way. It seems to just be random. So, city. You can do a brisk trade by river. We can reach most of the western continent by our waterways. It's true, we're actually in the northwest, like when I showed you the big map, we're actually up near the edge, so if you just go to the west and use a boat stone or a bridge stone to get across the rivers there, you're actually on the eastern continent very quickly. We caught one of those horrible bandits that invaded our city and are keeping him in prison in Speed. We make flipstones in Speed. We also buy wood for our bows and arrows. Okay, that's cool. So they caught a bandit, and they're keeping him locked up. Here we go. A center of civic government. Hey, bruh. I think there's like a quest or something you have to do to come over there to like be able to talk to the bandit. But I always just talk to him through the wall here, and it doesn't seem to matter. Psst, hey, give me a flipstone so I can get out of here, and I'll tell you where the Mines of Misery are. You'd like to know that, wouldn't you? You kept your end of the bargain, and I'll keep mine. The Mines of Misery are just to the east. Here, I'll make a map for you. By the way, when you get there, check out the Archer Feather. She is good with the bow and one hot cookie to boot. Flipstone lost. Thanks, buddy. Lenny never forgets a favor. Mines of Misery map taken. Lenny flips out. Alright, so we got the map, just like that. They sell flipstones here in town, so it wouldn't have been a very hard quest. And if you talk to Carp, he's on the docks, Carp can tell you about a few different things. He'll actually tell you that if you come over here, there's a free flipstone. I mean, flipstones only cost like 20 gold, so it's not a big thing. But he actually tells you, like, I was wandering around in the burnt-out buildings on the edge of town, and I saw a flipstone the other day. Well, why didn't you pick it up? But yeah. But those are just regular burned-down buildings, so you can only loot one of them. Temple of Nexus, because when we were exploring before, in Perfection, we got the note that said the magic mirror had been moved here. So, now we gotta search the braziers. Yeah, I honestly, the pixel art is really good. I was saying in my first episode how a lot of times you look at stuff and you're like, I don't know what mirror taken. I don't know what I'm looking at, but once you realize what it is, it's obvious. And this is another great example. So all these the little white bits, you probably figured this out. I might just be dumb. These white things are supposed to be skeletons that are like on shelves in the walls, like in a crypt, because that's what it is. Those are little skeletons that are like on the shelves in the crypt. Which when I was a kid, I was like, I don't know what that. Just squiggles on the wall, whatever. But now that I know what it is, it seems pretty obvious. But anyway, all that to say, we got the magic mirror. There's Carp. Hey, Carp. Want to hear some of the latest, lastest gossip? City. We do a brisk trade, make flipstones. We caught one of those bandits. Nothing more to say. There's a quaint little cathedral on the north side of town. The first archer, Advancer, is buried in the crypt there. Not much at magic, but I can usually hit a target with an arrow. That's all we can expect from Feather when we get her too. Anyway, so I get distracted. Y'all just have to deal with my craziness. So the crappy thing that archers do that's kind of useless is they have these spells. They have damage spells, and then they have spells that move enemies around. I think I might have already said this. I need more coffee. Yeah, I did say that. So anyway, we've got everything we need here. Just so you know I'm not crazy, these are the things that we found. Certain exotic spells involving water summoning can be aided by the rare flame wood found only in the Cave of Water, found around 510. So, see, we're getting into the part now where you need a sextant, and if you didn't pay attention when you were talking to this lady, you're not going to know where it is, right? It's just going to be like a foreign language to you. I need to show you your map. Thank you for your help. This will help us greatly. I know you need an archer for your party, but my best student, Feather, is a prisoner in the mines. I need help in rescuing her and the others who are there. Go to the Mines of Misery and do away with the bandits, then give this symbol to Quill, my lieutenant. She'll allow Feather to join you. There's a theme there with the names. So we've got that, and we can go get Feather right now, but we're not going to because, again, there's some difficult combat coming up there. I want to finish reading the papers. These are the papers that we got when we were in Perfection, and I forgot to read them. So we've got the exotic spells. Cave of Fire contains valuable reagents, but the location of the cave is a closely guarded secret of a hermit named Dry who lives in an oasis outside of Chaos. So we need, eventually we're going to need flame wood from the Cave of Fire. It's found around 510. But the exact location we can get from a hermit named Dry who lives in an oasis outside of the Enchanter Town. During the Dark Years, the Ring of Perfection was sealed away. The keys to its retrieval are among those who never walk the earth simultaneously. It's going to get us on the path to get the Ring of Perfection later. I'm just curious to see if it'll delete that. No, it's still here. Okay. So, time to start walking back. We've gotten everything we can get so far, except for the sextant. So we need to head just east of town. And there's this long bridge here. It really was directly east. I like it when a game doesn't lie to you. Sextant taken. Items. So now, if we look at our map, the game will show us coordinates in the bottom left corner of the screen, which wasn't there before. So now we can find exactly where we need to be. And they say 510, but because this is the Sega Genesis, a little difficult. Cave of Fire is somewhere around 510. I'll tell you, it's like right here. This is where it is. We'll go through the motions. We'll figure out where it is. But that's where it is. Actually, looking at the map, I've never tried. I always use a boat, and then I go through the rivers and everything and run from pirates. But I wonder, can you just get there over land? If you're willing to walk through the desert, can you like loop around there and just access it from the land? We're going to try that. We're going to do that. Where's the... This is Mind. And this is Chaos. So this is where... We're not actually too far from where we started, but this is Chaos. Here's the oasis that they want us to go to. We'll go over there. We got to go that way anyway. Oh, I think I've made a wrong turn. I made a miscalculation. Oh, no, we're good. Haha. Alright, so we're back in Cathedral. Nothing we can do here right now. Do a quick food and water check. Gone through 2,000 food and water since we left Division. Are you a bad boy? Yeah, you're not a bad boy, but I don't need your money right now, so I'll let you keep your gold for now. Okay. Probably should have stopped back in speed. That would have been a good stopping point, but I was just kind of absorbed in what I was doing. So with that being said, we have made it back to Chaos. I'm going to save. And I'm going to end this stream, but don't go anywhere because I'm literally just stopping for a second because I want to break these videos up on my YouTube account, which is linked on the Twitter page at the Phenomenal YouTube account. So if you haven't already seen my old Gank Academy stuff from Dark Souls, go check it out. There is some language in that because I was just... Dark Souls is a different kind of experience. Expect a little language. And I've got the older episodes of Rings of Power and both of the things from, both of the streams from Journey to the Savage Planet, which are also on my Twitch as of right now as I'm making this video. But eventually they will come off, but you'll still be able to access them on the YouTube. So again, we're going to save, and then I will be right back.